Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News. Kia Electric News covers all EV news relating to Kia, Hyundai and Genesis EV models, as well as related stuff. I'll start the week with Kia EV3 news. As I mentioned last week, the Kia EV3 launch events are imminent. In fact, you can now book yourself onto the EV3 UK launch events that start in August and run through till November using the link above, or even up there. I'm actually away for my local launch events, so I've managed to book an earlier one at Acorn Kia Warrington in September. I'm also hopeful they might bring along the facelifted EV6 to look at. Fingers crossed. I also came across a link for the Kia Netherlands EV3 launch event in July, which you can also find above. As some of you may know, Kia started a how-to YouTube channel 6 months ago along with the launch of the EV9. So far they have produced new EV3 videos for power on, shift by wire and relaxation seats. I'll probably do a lot more before it actually gets launched. I will put links to these in the description because I'm limited to how many links I can have above. Kia has also started a Korean EV3 campaign called My Moving Intra. I have no idea what that means either. There is a nice camping video, as you can see a clip off here. It's nice. It's a weird looking tent though. During the week, Korean Car Blog put out a story about the EV3 being made for the US in Mexico, which they claimed could make the car even more affordable. This story was then repeated by various EV news sites, but was then deleted by KCB site with no comment, so the story must have been incorrect. After all, Hyundai Group's Georgia Meta plant has already announced it will produce 6 different EVs in the plant. Inside EVs then later on went on to say Kia had neither confirmed or denied the production in Mexico, so this seems like a bit of a non-story at the moment. I personally ignore it. Korean Car Blog has shown even more EV4 Spy shots of the forthcoming EV4. You can clearly see the side profile and the rear top spoiler in these images. Here's a weird looking shape of the thing though, isn't it? As you may remember, last week I mentioned that the EV5 was due to get its press reveal and release of pricing and trim information in Australia this week. I'm sorry to have to say that the Australian Kia EV5 launch has now been delayed. Articles in drive.au and bordermail.com.au claim it's down to problems with wheels and also some software updates. A Kia spokesman said in a statement, due to unexpected wheel and software updates, we are unfortunately delaying the media launch of the EV5. The spokesman then said, we are working closely with the factory to remedy these challenges to ensure we have sufficient supply and variants across the dealer network for the rescheduled launch, the date which will be announced as soon as possible. Some inconsistencies were noted with wheel weights balance, which we are working to resolve. Kia Australia hasn't confirmed updated timing, but it's expected to be a delay of around a month. The company had previously confirmed a June launch for the Air and Earth variants with the GT line to follow in the fourth quarter of 2024. Kia had scheduled a media launch event for the EV5 on June 25-26, which has now been postponed. Fingers crossed it's only a short delay. Meanwhile, the Kia Australia marketing campaign continues on YouTube with these 2 videos. Light years ahead, which looks like a repurposed B-roll footage of the EV5 launch videos, and also this vivid Sydney. It shows an EV5 illuminated in various projections, or is it a light show? It's difficult to tell. Meanwhile, in New Zealand, I found this video, which is the first point of view test drive I've seen of the right-hand drive model on Jerry Pan and Cars YouTube channel. Well worth a watch if you have an interest in the EV5 right-hand drive model. I'll put a link in the description. Now onto the EV6. On the subject of the EV6, I've had my ICCU recall update installed, as you may have seen in my video from this week. I've also today received this official recall letter from Kia UK. So far, after 5 days, all is still good. I just wonder how it was for everybody else who's had the recall done. On the EV6 side of things, I've come across another detailed walk-around video of the Kia EV6 Facelift model in this video. I've noticed that on the dual automatic temperature controller, or DATC, they've removed the nav button and replaced it with a home button. Also, the start shortcut button has moved to the left of the setup button. As usual, I'll put links to all of these and videos in the show notes. You may remember a few weeks ago that Genesis Motors, which is Hyundai's luxury brand, was an official partner at Goodwood Festival of Speed, which is due to take place soon. Genesis has announced that its highly anticipated Genesis Magna program will make its global dynamic debut at this year's Festival of Speed, alongside the global dynamic debut of the GV60 Magna concept. Spectators will also have the chance to experience the global dynamic debut of the G80 EV Magna concept, along with the showcase of the G70 Nürburgring taxi. All three cars will be taking on the hill climb twice a day over the weekend, as well as displayed in the first glance paddock. For the first time ever, Genesis will also be competing to take part in the Shootout Sunday with GV60 Magna concept, showcasing its driving capabilities and turn of speed. In addition to the dynamic debuts of GV60 Magna and concept alongside the showcase of the G70 Nürburgring taxi, other models within the Genesis Magna program will also be displayed at the new Genesis stand. Located directly opposite the first glance paddock, these will include the G80 Magna Special and the X-Grand Berlinetta concept. On the second floor, guests can have the chance to explore the electric trio of GV60 electrified G80 and electrified GV70 within the existing lineup. Of the two Magna dynamic debuts, the GV60 Magna concept features a redesigned front grille, wider front wings and a new rear bumper, giving its dynamic stance. These design enhancements are complemented by a wider and lowered body and a 21-inch wheels, with the overall car's aerodynamics, which have been improved to enhance performance. The G80 EV Magna concept has dynamic enhancements that are integral updates to the car, with the implementation of an advanced suspension system, high performance wheels and large ventilated front and rear brakes. Hyundai has released a Casper / Inster EV teaser video ahead of next week's premiere on June 27th at the Motor Show in Korea. These are a few stills from the video where you can see the side profile, the front lighting patterns and the rear matrix lights. As usual, I'll put a link in the description. And finally, Hyundai has produced these two interesting Hyundai Robotics Lab videos. The first one is the Hyundai parking robot. No more parking stress, leave it to the robots. These parking robots lift the wheels of the vehicle and can maneuver in any direction to park your car with precision. This so reminds me of something you would see in Jerry Anson's Thunderbirds. I think it's really cool. The second one is the Hyundai charging robot, which I think I've covered before. And in the notes for that it says, simplify EV charging. The automatic charging robot, or ACR, recognises the license plate and automatically plugs into the charging port. Once the charging is complete, the cover automatically closes as well. Anyway, that's all for now. I'd like to say a big welcome to new channel member Jonathan Owen Jones, along with my other YouTube members. Your support is very much appreciated as usual. Thanks for watching.